You're not in the frame. Hello, I'm Angel, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're a subscriber. Today, we're baking a war cake, so let's get to it. I recently went to a murder mystery dinner party with my husband Dan. It was great. We had a wonderful time. Both of us were innocent, but my character had lost her fiance in the Great War, and it got me thinking about this recipe that I've had stashed away for quite a while, and I thought I should really go ahead and bake that cake. So that's what we're gonna do today. Care packages are a great way to boost the morale of GIs in deployed locations, or even GIs who were in garrison in a place other than their home state or town. I remember anytime I got a care package, I was over the moon. It didn't matter to me really what was inside the box. What really mattered is that somebody had thought of me and had sent me mail. This was true at the beginning of my career when my first deployment was to a bear base where we didn't yet have showers or a proper latrine or a BX where we could just buy whatever we wanted. And it was true at the end of my career when my final deployment was at a totally built up location where we even had Burger King and Pizza Hut. American troops have had it, I wouldn't say easy, but they've had it pretty good, particularly when compared to GIs from other countries. In her book, What Soldiers Do, Mary Louise Roberts talks about World War II GIs and the supplies that they had available to them versus the French soldiers. Meredith Laird talks about it in her book, Armed with Abundance, about the Vietnam War. I can vouch for it with modern day soldiers. My husband actually ordered his car, brand new car, while he was deployed in Afghanistan. I think this trend might even go back to World War I. In the book, A Bite-Sized History of France, which I recently finished, they talked about the French soldiers in World War I and how they were really suffering and relied quite heavily on the packages that their families sent to them. But American GIs entered the war rather late. They were a little bit bigger than the European allies because they hadn't been suffering the rations quite so bad for nearly as long. I'm sure that American GIs, even if they had it better than their European allies, still appreciated every care package that came. I think that that is a truth that will stand the test of time. So let's start baking this cake. The recipe just says to let cool before I add the baking soda and the flour, but I don't know to cool to what temperature. I sustained an injury when I was in technical school, learning to cook. Right here, I don't know if you can see it, I was making a lemon meringue pie, and I was making the pie filling, and it splashed up on my arm, and I got a burn. I had to go to the clinic. I have this giant bandage for a really long time. I'm definitely going to let it cool until it's below scalding temperatures. The recipe card recommends soaking the raisins in rum for about a week before cooking them, but I don't drink rum. I don't drink, so I skipped that step. I think that would have probably been a nice preservative. I don't know how long mail would have taken to get to the troops in France, so preserving would have been important. The recipe card doesn't say anything about the way that it would have been packaged, so I think what they probably would have done was wrapped the cake in some type of oilcloth or wax paper and then put it in a tin, like what we today would call a cookie tin. They would have had a cake tin maybe and sent it that way. But I don't know. Maybe I'll do some research. How long does it take for something to cool below scalding temperatures? A while. It looks like they wrapped the cake in like a wax paper, put it in a tin, and then wrapped the tin in brown paper for the posting. It looks like it took about 5 days to cross the Atlantic, and then from England to France it would take about another week, maybe a little bit longer if they were having problems with the supply lines. So the cake had to last at least 2 weeks. waited a few hours. It's nice and cool, so I cut it. This is what it looks like on the inside. And now Dan and I are gonna taste test it. Same time, same time, same time. What do you think the smell?
It smells good.
What do you, huh?
I smelled it when I walked to the house.
Oh, okay. All right.
Mmm.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever try the coffee cake I made?
Mm-hmm.
This reminds me a little bit of that. Which do you prefer, this or the coffee cake?
Mmm. I think if I'm having coffee, I'd like the coffee cake. But if it's just like dinner, I think I like this instead. Yeah.
They recommended soaking the raisins in rum, but I didn't do that. I wonder how many people would have done that, because World War I, the temperance movement was really gaining speed, and I mean, right at the tail end there, we get prohibition, the Constitution. So, I wonder if a lot of people would have done it.
Probably not. Thank you. I look forward to having more later.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit that little bell so that you never miss a video. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.